Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Jinx Listener by me. So let's get into it. You walked into the room, and the moment you did, your heart immediately picked up its pace. Jinx was sitting on the couch, legs curled under her as she flipped through one of her chaotic comic books. Her usual mischievous grin plastered onto her face. But something was different today. Your hoodie was wrapped around her, and it swallowed her whole. The sleeves draped past her hands, and the deep blue fabric practically engulfed her tiny frame. Her messy blue hair was tucked behind her ears, but the hoodie still had that unmistakable familiar scent of you. She was wearing your hoodie. Jinx? You asked, your voice hesitant, as your eyes trailed from her messy hair to the oversized garment that she had clearly claimed as her own. She looked up, her grin widening, her eyes glinting with that mischievous spark that you knew so well. Oh, you're back. You smiled, but you were still a little bit confused, tilting your head. You're wearing my hoodie, aren't you? She smirked, clearly unbothered. You weren't wearing it, so I figured it might as well be mine. He chuckled, crossing the room to sit beside her on the couch. I mean, I didn't think you'd see the day where you'd be raiding my wardrobe. But here we are. She bounced her legs excitedly. Well, it's comfy, and it smells like you. I think it's perfect. Her eyes softened for a second, an unusual tenderness, showing through her usual playful chaos. And you felt your heart skip a beat. I didn't realize you liked it this much. You said quietly, nudging her with your shoulder. Jinx rolled her eyes dramatically, though the way she clutched the hoodie to herself was telling. Of course I like it. I've been wearing it all day, haven't I? I miss you sometimes. Your chest tightened in the words, something warm living inside you. At the thought of her, needing your presence, missing you, and doing this. It was so simple and so tender. You couldn't help the way your heart softened at it. You know, if you want, you could just ask for it instead of taking it. You teased, your voice soft. I don't really mind. Her eyes glinted, and she scooted closer to you, her knees touching yours. Maybe I don't want to ask, she said, voice low and playful. Maybe I want to just take it. You raised an eyebrow, not backing down. What makes you think you can just take it, huh? She leaned in, her breath brushing against your skin, and her lips hovering dangerously close to your ear. Because you always let me, right? You wouldn't say no to me, would you? Your breath caught, a shiver running down your spine. The way she said it, with that playful, dangerous undertone, sent a spark of heat through your body. Is that so? And you're confident? Very, she whispered, her lips brushing your ear for just a second, before pulling back with a smirk. You turned your head to face her, eyes locking with hers. The playful teasing was still there, but you could see something more in her expression now, something that made your heart flutter. Oh, Jinx. Really, you're irresistible sometimes, you said, and she simply grinned wider. She liked being irresistible. It simply meant that she was right. And her hand still clutched the hoodie around her, pulling it tighter to her body. Maybe you're right, but I see that as a win. You let out a soft laugh, the tension between you both thickening with each passing second. Well, I appreciate your perspective at least. She tilted her head slightly, eyes narrowing in a mischievous glint. What do you mean by that, huh? You leaned in a little, your lips just inches from hers. You make everything interesting, you said, voice low and teasing, and for a moment she froze, her gaze flickering between your lips and your eyes. You both lingered in that space. The air stick was something neither of you wanted to acknowledge yet. And then, as if on cue, Jinx shrugged it off with a dramatic sigh, breaking the tension. Fine, fine. Do you really want me to say it out loud? I just like having something of yours. Alright? You let out a soft laugh, the tension finally dissipating as you wrapped an arm around her shoulders, pulling her closer. I don't mind. You can borrow anything of mine anytime, Jinx. Her face lit up at the words, and she leaned into you, her body a little bit more relaxed now. Deal, she said, and you both sat there in comfortable silence for a few moments. The only sound the rustle of the hoodie as Jinx fidgeted and squirmed, clearly trying to make herself more comfortable in it. You let her have her moment, simply enjoying the warmth of her presence beside you. It was nice to watch her, after all. Your hoodie quite literally dwarfed her, and she looked entirely adorable. After a while, she spoke again, her voice softer now, quiet. You really don't mind me wearing it? You turned your head slightly to look at her, your voice gentle. Not at all. It's kind of cute, actually. She grinned at that, her playful demeanor returning. Cute, huh? I guess I can be cute when I want to be. You chuckled, brushing a stray lock of hair from her face. I've known that for a while. Her eyes softened at your words, and for a brief moment, she seemed almost vulnerable. She cleared her throat quickly, wiping away the moment of sentimentality as she leaned back into the couch. And you wrapped your arms around her, pressing a soft kiss to her forehead, as the two of you just sat there in silence. But with Jinx being the other person that you were sitting with, you were quite certain that this silence would not last long. But you'd appreciate it while you had it.